What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. A big fight in a 154-pound division has been announced, and I think it's the beginning of the end for, I can't even say the challenger, but he is challenging the champion, but not fighting for the championship because they're fighting at a catch weight that's 1 pound above the 154-pound limit is about to happen. Kieth Thurman will be challenging Tim Tszyu in Australia, and I think this fight is going to speak a lot to the evolution of boxing at a high level and a changing of the guard. And what I mean by that is I think it's going to be the introduction of Tim Tszyu as a star and a major player in the business of boxing, and it's going to be the beginning of the end for Kieth Thurman, and it's going to mark the beginning of him as a gatekeeper in the sport of boxing if he's going to continue in his career. Kieth Thurman has been largely inactive over the past 5 or 6 years. Once an undefeated hot prospect in the welterweight division. To me, the beginning of his end was him ducking both Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford when he was the kingpin of the welterweight division. That led to long stretches of inactivity. He also dealt with some injuries and ultimately led to him suffering his first defeat against an older and past his prime, in my opinion, Manny Pacquiao. He did come back and get a win after that against Mario Barrios, but it was a lackluster performance. He went the distance with Barrios after Barrios was coming out a knockout defeat to a junior lightweight in Gervonta Tank Davis. So with that being said, I mean, all roads point to, again, the beginning of the end for Kieth Thurman, and it's kind of the evolution of boxing. You got an older fighter who once had a big name and a lot of prestige around him, fighting a young, hungry lion who seems to be on an ascent. So one guy's ascending, one guy's descending, and Kieth Thurman's the smaller guy. I think, even although he can box pretty good, through large parts of his career, relied on his punching power, which I think will be a lot less effective up at 154, as, it didn't even show itself against Mario Barrios. So, again, he seems to be on a decline. He seems to be taking a step backwards. I think Tim Tszyu's pressure is going to get to him, and I think Tim Tszyu's a pretty good body puncher. Kieth Thurman's been vulnerable to the body even when fighting smaller guys. Again, he may be just cashing out at this point because I think his time competing at the top level in the sport has pretty much come to an end. So, again, it's going to be a going-away party pretty much for Kieth Thurman in terms of he may fight again, but it won't be at the top level, or he'll be there as a gatekeeper, or in layman's terms, an opponent. But it's a coming-out party for Tim Tszyu, and I think they're doing a good job with him. I think a guy like Kieth Thurman on his resume puts him in position for, maybe, a bigger money fight against a Jamal Charlo or somebody of the like. So, again, I'm going to entitle this Changing of the Guard, the passing of the baton. Kieth Thurman, one-time star, on his way down, passing the baton to an up-and-coming rising star in Tim Tszyu. And I'm just going to go ahead and predict right now. I got Tim Tszyu by stoppage. I got him beating Kieth Thurman pretty handily and moving on to bigger and better things. It is what it is. But again, another decent fight announced already early in 2024. 2024 looks to be a very big year in boxing, and I'm here for it. But that's all I have for y'all right now. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.